What's going on, YouTube? My name is FG3000. I'm back in the place to be. And finally, the MMO Hopper has come to Neverwinter. Come back to Neverwinter, actually. I've played this game before. I actually played this game in beta. I played this game shortly for a little while during launch, but I didn't stick with it. And for the life of me, I can't tell you why I didn't play it anymore. I honestly can't remember. Like, I have no clue why I stopped playing this game. Not to say that it's completely won me over, but I just can't remember why I stopped playing. But I digress. We're getting off topic here. So I like to start my videos off with graphics and combat. So let's start it off with the combat. So I'm playing a Hunter Ranger. It's a stance switch class. So as you can see, I can go from bow to dagger, from bow to dagger, bow, dagger, bow, dagger, bow, dagger. So we're gonna go with bow here. I'm gonna hit my right click button and I have this cone. So the wider the cone, the less damage, but obviously the more range. And if I tighten up the cone here, I don't know what word to use, that sounded weird. If I tighten up the cone here, I'll actually do more damage. So I'll do that, get out of that. I hit my left click, which does my basic single target damage right there. I'll pick up these chests, which I'll never buy keys for. All right, so pick. Ooh, look at this guy. I don't need him. All right, I have to kill 2 more summoners. Let's see. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, this is for an event going on. So this is like a public quest right now. You see it says Double Hunter, 13 minutes. So, no, I'm wrong. Wait. Let's just test it. Do that. Root him. Look at that. I have this cool ability that allows me... Let's get this tree out of the camera. I have this cool ability that allows me to get out of melee. Every good range class has to have an ability like that. Let my pet tank for a while, and I'll just DPS him in melee mode. Now, if you ever played a game called Smite, and obviously a lot of people on my channel have already, but this character reminds me a lot of Uller. Obviously, the stance switching, but when you go in melee, you actually get lifesteal. So while I'm in the melee mode, I'm actually getting lifesteal from here. So very, very Uller-like. Yeah, it is this. So there's a... Whoa. Man, this guy is a drama queen. Alright, so there is an event going on called Devil Hunter. I just killed one. As you can see, I have 1 point right there, right under the minimap. I'm not going to really participate in that right now, but that does happen periodically where you're in a zone and an event starts and you can compete with other players that are also in the zone trying to kill devils, and whoever gets the most rewards, yada, yada, yada. But right now we're looking for summoners, and I got off my mount. Okay, I think they just respawned over here. So back to what I was doing. So go into range mode, do that. I'll root them so they stay over there. I'll switch to melee stance, teleport to him, and then finish him off. So that's typically what I do. That was not a summoner. I need more summoners. Anybody see any summoners around here? These are imps. These guys are just going to get one-shotted. Yip! I don't know why that's a yip sound effect, but it just felt right. Is that a summoner? I think that's a summoner. That looks like a summoner. Yep, that's a summoner. So I'm going to use one of my daily abilities, which is a weird name for it, but you can use it every time you fill up that 20-sided die that was in the bottom of the screen right there. For whatever reason, it's not the most impressive. A lot of the daily abilities for other classes look really, really good. But for some reason, Hunter Rangers, at least the first one that you get, isn't very impressive. No, you don't. It's gonna embarrass me in one of my videos. Alright. Switch to melee. Do some AoE splashes. Throw some thorns at people. Also have this ability, which throws kind of like an angry, thorny vine on the ground that does damage to people in AoE. So that's pretty cool. So go away from him. Do some range DPS. He's going to get close to me. Ah, really? Just kind of stay on his backside. Still getting hit by fire, but don't worry about that. Hey, what are you backing up for? I can back up too. Oh god, let me try to line these guys up. Let's try to line these guys up a little bit. Yeah, not the coolest ability. I'm not showing it off really well because I'm on a hill. No! He reset. Screw him. I'm out of here. Let's go turn these quests in. So anyway, that's kind of the gist of combat. Obviously, you want to do as much damage as you can in range, and then finish them off with melee. No surprises there, but this class, out of all the games that I played in the MMO Hopper series thus far, Hunter Ranger is probably the most fluid, most visceral, most responsive class I've played out of every single MMO I've covered thus far in this series. Hunter Ranger is really, really good. And like I said, I have played this game before. Trickster Rogue is really, really good. Devout Cleric is good. Great Weapon Fighter is good. The Warlock, I've only played for a few levels, but it felt good. They nail combat in this game. All the classes feel different. They feel unique. They feel fluid. They feel responsible. They feel good. All right, let me just say, they nailed all the classes in this game. And when I was making this character, it looks like a new character class is coming soon. So I'm really excited to see what class they bring to this game from here on out. They kind of have a lot of their bases covered. They got, you know, they could probably, I don't even know what class they're going to bring to the game, but I'm definitely looking forward to it. Maybe somebody like, they're probably going to be like some type of monk character, somebody that can use a staff, if I was guessing, but I have no idea. I haven't been playing Neverwinter enough to kind of keep track of the story, so I could be completely off. Yeah. Here, take this quest. Ooh, level 39, might even get 40 here. Hey, don't talk. I'm talking. Alright, so that is going to take us to a dungeon. Get used to hitting your minus key. That turns off NPC speech. So, that's a thing. Now, Neverwinter is a free-to-play game. So you know what that means. Your bags will be a freaking Tetris nightmare. And I don't know if there's maybe a mod out there, or maybe there's an option I haven't clicked, but I hate so much having multiple bags separated out like this. I just want one big massive bag. Just one big bag. One big sack, if you will. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to sell all the red items. And you're going to have to do this every time you see an NPC, every time you see a merchant. Make sure you do this, because it will drive you crazy if you do not. So I'm going to sell all the red. The red means my class can't use it. And there might be a more intelligent way to do this. You might maybe want to break it down or sell it on the auction house. You know what? I ain't got time for that. This game is a little bit older. I'm pretty sure most of the people that could use this low-level gear are already of level. They're already high level. They don't care about this stuff. Alright, so right now what I'm looking at is just looking at some of my... let's identify this real quick. See what that is. Nothing. So right now I'm just looking at the equipment versus the equipment I have equipped. And if it's worse, selling it. Easy. That's a lot of HP, but no lifesteal, so screw that. Here's a blue ring. This is power and crits. I'll save that for right now. I don't know if I want to what I want to do with that for right now. All right. So here's my backspace so far. This is all I have. Let me show you what they do to you. So you have this nature kit, this thievery kit, this portable altar, which I can probably get rid of. Nah, I'll keep it. You got this injury kit. So automatically you lose a bunch of spots just for these kits. And these kits allow you to basically go out into the world and utilize nodes. So a bunch of your slots are already gone from the get-go. And then of course this slot is already gone because you're going to get lock boxes all the time. And you're just going to be spamming loot. You're going to get lock boxes. You might as well just say goodbye to that one spot. It's gone. You have all of these enchantments to put inside your gear, which I appreciate. I love a game that allows me to start enchanting my gear early, so if I want to min-max, I can. It might be pay to win, which I'll kind of talk about later. I'm not sure. Somebody will have to correct me on that. But these will take up a bunch of bag slots as well. It is just bag slot, freaking nightmare, Tetris. Ah! It's terrible. All right, let's go. We're going to the Crypt of Vigilance. So let's talk about the graphics while we're on our way to the crypt. So the graphics are clean, right? They're not bad. I would say as far, the best way I can describe these graphics are, the graphics are good, the graphics are clean. They're, you know, I'm running at about 55 frames per second while I'm recording. It feels like the game is hard capped at 60. There might be a way to uncap that, but I'm not sure. But the graphics are cool, they're all right. My issue is the aesthetic itself. Hold on, am I going to a different zone? Yeah, I don't want to go to this freaking zone. I want to go to the... See, oh my goodness. There's an option that says, do not show this quest on my quest tracker. Because these quests right here are trying to send me to another zone. I want to do all... See, I'm a stupid completionist. I wish I wasn't. I've already kind of out-leveled this zone, so I should be going to this one. I'm level 39. I really should be in this zone. But I've already started questing in here, so I want to finish off everything first. I just kind of finish it off, man. I can't leave all these quests undone. So let's go back there. Crypt of Vigilance. Thank you. How far is this? Oh my goodness. Well, that gives me plenty of time to talk about the graphics. So my issue with Neverwinter isn't the graphics themselves. It is the aesthetic. Like the artistic design of the graphics are just not... Like none of the zones I've been to, none of the dungeons I've been to, none of the sewers I've been to or crypts that I've been to have really been exciting to look at. It really feels just kind of by the numbers, right? I can't say anything bad about them, but I really can't say anything good about them. So I'm not a big fan of the artistic design at all. As far as my character is concerned, I am a big fan of that. My character looks like she's very, very bulky, and I like my armor being bulky. I don't want, you know, skin tight armor and all that good stuff like not World of Warcraft, Elder Scrolls, well, kind of World of Warcraft, but Elder Scrolls Online is a big culprit of that, where a lot of their armor is just kind of skin tight. I look like I have a good amount of bulk on me, and then when I move, I just love the stance there. I like the fact that they actually, I like the fact that all the characters in this game stand differently. That is so simple, but so important. So the Warlocks don't stand like the Rangers, that don't stand like the Guardians, that don't stand like the Trickster Rogue. None of the characters stand alike, and that's really, really cool, and it really gets you into character. So this is kind of what I was talking about. Here I am in a crypt, the Crypt of Vigilance, and I'm not really excited about it. I mean, it looks like what you'd kind of expect. All right. See you suckers later. But that's my take on the graphics themselves. Now, as far as an MMO, do you want to come out and play Neverwinter? You just might. There's one server, it's a big mega server, and it is ultra crowded. Like every zone I've went to, even at low levels, there are so many different channels or shards, depending on what game you came from. So there are tons and tons and tons of shards, tons of players around, all doing kind of a... There are some dragon quests that are going on in our low levels where every like 20 minutes a dragon spawns and a bunch of players can go out and kill it. Kind of like a big a big zone event that people are all doing. It's really, really cool, really, really awesome to see this many players in low level zones this late in this game's life. So that is pretty awesome. So if you do want to come and play this game, you won't be alone. It's very different than a lot of the MMOs I've covered on this series so far. This game is far from dead. And it looks like they're doing pretty well because this game is a hit on Xbox. It's still a pretty decent hit on PC as far as I can tell. Still one of the top played games on Steam. And then of course people can use their own launcher as well. So I would imagine there's even more players than that playing Neverwinter. So you're not going to be alone in Neverwinter. There's tons of players playing. There's tons of groups forming. If I wanted to do a dungeon, which I'll probably jump in a dungeon at the very end of this video, it's pretty much instant queue. Thanks to this mercenary system, I haven't had any problems with dungeons. We haven't had healers, we haven't had tanks, but everyone kind of comes in with their little, I call them a mercenary. What the heck are they called in this game? Minion? Companion is what they're called. Thanks to the companion system, you can just basically run a dungeon with 3 random people and companions. So I've seen. I'm sure that changes at the high levels, but very, very encouraging for low-level players to come into an older game like this and know that they're not going to be alone and they'll be able to actually have fun. And a big part of that, and one more last thing on dungeons before I go to the next subject, a big part of that is because, yeah, open this thing up, buddy. A big part of that is because, where is it? A big part of that is because, as you can see, the dungeons, this is the dungeon right here, 19 through 70, 36 through 70. So this game basically kind kind of, what's a good word for it? It takes the level, so you can be a level 70 and you can be a level 20 in the same group, and the content is normalized. So this game always has a population of people running dungeons because it goes all the way up to 70. Now, I'm not sure what type of rewards they get. I'm pretty sure they get something, you know, appropriate for their level. Otherwise, people wouldn't do it. Look at this guy. Chill out, buddy. Chill out. This guy's trying to ruin my day. One thing I don't like about the combat on this character is that I don't ever really know when my bow versions of my skills are off cooldown. I just kind of have to guess. I don't know if there's like an add-on. I don't even know if this game supports add-ons or if there's a button I can click to make it so I know. See, right now I have, what, 9 seconds on that? That's a very, very important ability. It's one of my abilities that kind of shoots me out of melee range, so it'd be nice to know when it comes off cooldown. I don't really see a way to switch that. Alright, before we go into this little area, let's go ahead and use our points here in the talent tree. So this is a really cool system. I really like this about Neverwinter. So you do have a limited action bar set, but you can switch out these abilities and it dramatically changes the way you play your character. So I'm actually going to kind of show this off here. What do I want to put a point in? I'll put a point in this. So I'll upgrade this to rank 3. And you can put points in every level, and it basically increases the stats here. I don't see a lot of them actually adding. It'd be cool if more of them added more something besides damage. Now this is pretty cool because of the charge time, but a lot of them really just kind of add more of the same, which is kind of unfortunate. But obviously that is not across the board, because it looks like a few of those abilities do add something different besides just damage, and I didn't do what I said I was going to do. Ooh, UI's off. Hey girl, what's up? Yeah. All right, hold on. Let's switch out one of my abilities. Let us do what's a cool ability? I kind of like my kit, to be completely honest with you. Let's do like electric shot. So let's say I want to switch out my main left click ability. So now my arrows, I gotta wait for it to, let's wait, 2, 1. So now my arrows ricochet and do lightning and an AoE splash. So you remember before they were more single targety. So now if I want to do AoE splash damage, I can. And that also transfers to my melee weapon as well. So now I have AoE splash daggers as well. So you can kind of play with the abilities and kind of create a character that, oh my god, I'm pressing all the wrong buttons. You can kind of make a Hunter Ranger that's slightly different from someone else, because you can kind of utilize 3 of these main abilities, your left click, your right click, and then of course your ultimate abilities as well. So there's a lot of customization here. So let's go back to rapid shot, go right there. And then I can switch. What's up with the cooldown here? I'm not in combat. I don't know why they would do that. So let's... And as you see, I'm back to my normal ability here. Yeah, that's just not a very, like, exciting ability. I'm sure the Hunter Rangers get a slightly better ability eventually. Bring these out. So that's kind of Neverwinter in a nutshell. The questing is pretty par for the course. One thing I will say about the questing though is that it keeps you moving. There's not really a lot of backtracking. You don't spend a ton of time in zones for the most part. Like for example, once you complete that graveyard zone, you're out of there. You're on to the next one. So the game definitely kind of keeps you moving. Everything feels right as far as the questing goes, but pretty much by the numbers. Every now and then you'll get a quest like this, as you can see, where you'll go into a little special area, you'll fight a boss, you'll come back out, you'll do more basic questing, you go inside one of these places again, and kind of rinse and repeat. And that's kind of how the zones have been. Just a mixture of outside questing and inside questing. All solo, but I could imagine if you had friends and you wanted to actually play this a person, you could. But all this stuff is pretty much solo. The only thing I've done group content with is the actual dungeons themselves. Hollis the Pure, or Hallis the Pure. Alright, so we're gonna go ahead and take out your slappies. Get out of this. Set up my little vines. This guy's going down. So easy. See, that's just... I wish that ability was just a lot cooler looking. Let's get a little closer now. See, right now, I don't know if I should switch to bow stance, but I'm going to. Okay. Great aim on that AoE there, buddy. So one thing that's kind of annoying about Neverwinter is infinite spawns on all bosses. So you can never really clear out all the ads on a boss because it'll just continue spawning them and spawning them and spawning them. All you can do is kind of like give yourself a breather for a second and then go back to the boss. It's kind of annoyance for me, but Boots of the Silent Approach. Yeah, whatever. I'll take this. And that's it. Out we go. Load times are pretty speedy. I say that as I'm like in the slowest load time I've ever been in. And away we go. And we'll go turn these in. I don't know if that'll be... No, that's not the end of this zone. Let's go back over here. Pardon me. I like it. Alright. Back to this camp here. Say what's up to this guy. Another great thing about this... oh my god. Don't forget the minus key. Another great thing about this questing system is the fact that you can... Let's make sure it's not trying to send me somewhere I'm not supposed to be. You can run through the quest very easily. Just by pressing 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, you can accept quests and get your reward and be on your way. So I'm not really the type of guy that'll read all of the side quest text, but if you have like a main storyline quest, I'll read that, but this is not it. Alright, what do I have to do here? Meet the councilwoman. Alright, let's just go in here. Let's see what the next phase is of this next... See what I have to do here. Hello, lady. Oh, you're one of those... You're one of those elves that cost money. So there are elves in this game. They're like brown skin elves that you get for free. But then there are pale elves, which I think are like moon elves or something like that, that actually cost money. But the only difference really between them, from what I can see, is that one is a little bit darker and one's a little bit more pale. And I'm like, are you serious? But yeah, that's that. So anyway, let's talk about Neverwinter. Finishing this video up. Am I going to continue playing this game? I don't know. Like, the whole game kind of scares me when it comes to pay to win. I just don't know if it's pay to win. There's so many currencies in this game. And I'll kind of show you that a little bit here. There's so many currencies in this game. I don't really know what it's going to be like once I get to the late game. And am I going to be too committed to the game to get out of it? You know what I mean? You got Astral Diamonds. You got Zen. You got all these different dragon tokens. And you have all these tokens that go to other zones. There's cash shop items that allow you to complete whole campaigns. I don't even know what that means. Like, there's so many different things that you can buy that just seem just so strange to me. All of the race kits, I couldn't see a way to buy them separately. So if you just wanted to play one of the dragon guys, I couldn't find a way just to buy the race. You have to buy the race, the mount, the armor, the boost, the book bags, you have to like buy the entire like assortment of items just to get the dragon. And the same thing with the elves, and the same thing with the drow elves, the special ones. So it just seems like everything is so... And they're not cheap. They're like 50 bucks. Now, I understand games have to make their money from cosmetics, but man, 50 bucks for a ugly dragon dude? Didn't even look that cool. I just wanted to be one. Oh, man. Didn't look cool, but I wanted to be it. I don't even know what that means. But anyway, that's Neverwinter, folks. My name is FG3000. I forgot that I promised I was going to... Look at this great weapon fighter. See how she stands differently? Whoa! That's very cool. Alright, so let's do what I said I was going to do. Why do I keep pressing the wrong buttons? Q. Don't make me look like an idiot. I said this game was almost instant Q. Oh boy. So I'm in the queue for a dungeon. I'm gonna look like a freaking liar. Yep. I'm gonna look like a freaking liar. Well, in the meantime, let's knock these freaking wanted posters down. Yeah. And, you know, really, the reason why it's not giving me an instant queue because it wants me to clear my bags out. The game doesn't want me to go in a dungeon with full bags. And that's really nice of them. So I'm gonna say that's the reason why. Cells. I didn't need that. That's fine. Go away. Go away. Go away. Identify. Identify. Oh, upgrade. This is a pretty cool feature right here. So, like, if you're in the inventory screen with a merchant, you can press this button right here. All your equipped items come up. So I can just drag this on top of that. Boom! And I'm equipped. And then I can sell my old one, which I won't because it has an enchantment in it. But this gives us a good opportunity to look at enchanting. Yeah, I don't want that. While we're waiting for the queue to pop, the instant queue to pop. Alright, I'm finished. I'm finished. Okay, so let's check this out here. Oh, actually I have two pieces that I need to put stuff in. So these are my arms. As you can see, there are little drop down boxes where you can go straight to enchanting. Now this is an utility slot on this bracer. So I can click on this and here are all the runes that I have access to. Now you can see this rune or enchantment has three separate identifiers: utility, offense, and defense. So you don't get all of these benefits when you slot this into an item. You only get the utility one. Now there's going to be other ones that are like, for this, for example, that say offense. So whatever rune you use in there, you'll actually get the offense bonus. So back to this bracer. So I want to get...
Doesn't have it, you don't need it.
I thought something popped. So I have a utility slot, so I'm going to take a look at these. Do I want experience gain? Nah. What is this? Movement speed? Nah. What is this? Sculpt? Nah. Glory? No. Crap, I don't want any of these dumb things. I guess I'll take movement. Yeah, I'll just take movement. So I'll take this. So what I can do is I can take this rank 2, put it in this slot, and bam. There you go. Now it's enchanted. Easy as that. So what happens is, hold on, let's go talk to this guy real quick. This video is supposed to be over, but we're talking about some good stuff here. Let's, all right. Minor mark of potency. So I need a few of these to enchant my enchantments or refine my enchantments. So I'm going to buy a few of these. These cost astral diamonds. I don't know if there's a better way to find these. I'll just buy 4 real quick. I don't know if there's a better way to find those somewhere else, but those cost astral diamonds. There's a lot of things that'll drain your astral diamonds. I don't know as you get farther in the game, does it become more of a hassle? They're pretty cheap now, but that's the thing with these pay-to-win games or these free-to-play games or these pay-to-win games. You just never know until it's too late. All right, so let's go to my armor here. Manage enchantments. This is a defense slot.
You don't need it.
So which one do I want for defense? I don't want defense. Lifesteal, yes. All right, so we're gonna go to lifesteal. So let's take this rank 2. We're gonna go into refine. And this is the part where I think it could become pay to win eventually, but I don't know. I'm not gonna judge it, but it feels very pay to winny. So I'll put in one of those. And as you can see, this bar will continue to go up. So let's take let's take a rank 2. That's fine.
Doesn't have it,
Oh, group finder. I'm still enchanting. Hold up, guys. Oh dear. White pearl. Oh wait, I went way over. Dang it. Take that out. I just need 20 more. Dang it, I'm loading. Basically, what you want to do is you want to take your old gems, feed it into your new gem that you want without kind of going over too much. So, crap, I want to do that really quick. Oh, the buttons! The buttons. I can do it real quick. No, I can't, because I'm terrible. Well, my group's not moving yet. They're just sitting here chilling. So let's do this rank 2 one here. Whatever. And then I just need one small. Too small. 5 more. Just need one more little small one. All right, so that's it. So I have enough of my old gems that'll feed into this new one. I hit refine. 90% chance. That just seems like eventually something's gonna happen where, yeah, you better not fail. So now I have a bigger gem right there. I just feel like eventually I'll get to a point in the game where it's gonna be really, really hard to do those. I'm gonna have to buy the item from the cash shop, which allows it to not fail, and then it just gets to really, really, it gets to a place where I don't want to be. All right, this video is long. What a rambling video this is. So here we are in a dungeon called the Grey Wolf Den. Now some of these people might be level 70, but it doesn't actually look like it. Nope, I don't think these people are level 70. Because typically if you have like a really high level person in your group, they just shred everything. And it kind of seems like most of us are actually supposed to be here, as far as I can tell. But my group is consisting of... I have my... Oh, God! Looks like we have... Who are you? I can't... Okay. Oh, no, you're actual cleric, so we do have a healer in the group. But we don't have a tank. Oh, that's so loud. Oh my God, that's so loud. So we have a cleric and we have a control wizard. But as you can see, no tank. And we're just going through this like nobody's business. Why do I keep pressing that? I need to take that off my button when I'm in dungeons. Right in the red, of course. Of course, of course. I'm gonna keep this video going until we get to the first boss. So yeah, longest video ever. We'll go need, just because I need it. We'll go greed, just because I'm greedy. But the dungeon queue wasn't that long, right? I mean, for a DPS class, not that long. So kind of go max range here. And all of a sudden, I'm in melee range. I don't know why that guy's golden. Oh, never mind. So one of the players actually has this tank companion. So he's basically our tank, and he's getting the job done. He is definitely getting the job done. Excuse me. Oh my God, there has to be... I gotta bind that to something else. Shift 2 is not fun. So I'll keep them all rooted. That way, the tank will have an easier time. Get behind them like a real rogue. Alright, so this is the first boss, and this is where the video is going to end, but of course I'm going to show you the boss. I'm not just going to turn it off. Redgar Thunderfist. Oh, leashed. I'll go in there, don't you worry. I'll go tank this guy for you. Go max range, root. Screw that, we're going in. And you see here come the ads. Oh, see? I tried to switch to bow stance and then immediately go into my ability to get out of melee range, but it was still on cooldown, so fail on my behalf. Get off my healer. I'm waiting for my... Man, you guys are strong. Maybe I should just stay on the boss. Oh, don't leash him. Whatever we do. Got my healer again. Yep. So yeah, you really can't beat a real tank. Oh, let's just DPS the boss. Execute range. Very, very nice. There's more? Done and done. Let's go loot the corpse. Very nice. And that's it. Once again, guys, this has been Neverwinter. My final thoughts on Neverwinter. This is a really good game. The combat is fantastic. The game, the engine runs well. Like I say, I pretty much stay at a pretty close 60 frames per second everywhere I go, except for the main town, but that's to be expected. Combat's really good. It's a very, very active game. There's a ton of content. All of the classes are free. The races aren't, but at least all the classes are free, so you can't be mad at that. There's tons and tons of things to do here. I just don't know if it's pay to win. And I'm kind of scared to play the game any further to find that out. But leave a message in the comments below if you know something that I don't know about the end game, or what the end game actually is. Once again, my name is FG3000. This has been the MMO Hopper. And I just hopped out of that battle for I don't know what reason. Hey dog, what are you over here for? Like, why are you here? Freaking companion AI. Like, just go assist my target, man. God. One thing I hate that they still haven't fixed, I said this in beta. In one of my beta videos, when you're trying to spam and pick up gold, you can accidentally, when you press F, you accidentally do that. And it's so annoying. And this video should be off by now, but this is actually a pretty interesting little zone here. Ooh, look at you guys sneaking past. Let me see if I can do that. Yeah, I'm a ninja too. Alright guys, I'm done. I promise. I'm turning the video off. I will see you next video. It's probably going to be either Wildstar, Warframe, or Devilian. I haven't really decided which game it's going to be for the next video. But definitely stay tuned for the next episode of MMO Hopper. I'll see you next time. Later. How about a little bit of bonus footage? Because for some reason I just can't turn videos off. Alright, this is the last boss of the dungeon that we were just in. Let us get it on. This has been a fun one so far. And I was like, I gotta record this. I just can't leave him on a cliffhanger. Oh, okay. There's some purple hands there. I'm gonna try to just DPS the boss as much as possible. Oh god. Woo! I'm showing off my skills right now. So, pop out my storm. Let me see if you can actually see it. Yeah, you can't really see it here. I have an ability that puts a storm in the air, and every time I get hit, or one of my friends get hit, a bolt of lightning comes down. So, pretty cool. Oh my goodness! I want out. I want out of this. See, our cleric is good, so let's just keep on DPSing down the boss. There's a lot of ads, but you have to kind of manage. Like I said, you have to manage ads because they will spawn forever. So right now, I'm just in execute range. Execute, execute. Oh, that was fast, actually. I thought I had a couple more seconds. Execute range. You're done, buddy! And that is it. Pay no mind to that damage that I didn't... Oh, I did pretty good, though. I mean, I beat the cleric. So I feel pretty good. Alright. Most damage taken, the least. Not even paying attention to the game anymore. No, didn't die, so that's cool. Alright. Now we're done. Now I swear we're done. Let me get this loot. Get this loot without clicking on people. Let me see. I got a pretty good amount of kills and whatnot. I think this chick is higher level than me. That's gonna be my excuse. She's higher level than me. Uh-oh. Unlock with a standard dungeon chest key. Alright. There's just so much I continue to learn about this game that requires me to get a different type of currency or a different type of key from a different type of place. That's kind of the reason why I don't think I'm going to play this game. So that's my final verdict. This is the weirdest video of all time. I should have turned it off a long time ago, but apparently I don't know how to end videos. Anything cool at level 40? Doesn't look like it. Just a new daily power. Big deal. So, I'm done. I don't think I'll be playing Neverwinter, but I can't really find any real flaws in the game other than when it comes to new players. There are so many different types of currencies. There's so many different ways to do this and do that. It just feels suspicious. I am like, and when I just left that dungeon there, I can't open the last chest because I don't have a special key. That just seems a little strange. So I don't think I'm going to be playing Neverwinter anymore unless someone tells me completely different or points me in a direction of something that completely calms all my fears when it comes to this game. I just don't think I'll be sticking around. But that is Neverwinter. My name is FG3000. That's MMO Hopper. I'm out. I promise. No more. You can tell no more because at the bottom of the video, you can see the YouTube video is over. Later.